Peace be with you. My name is Allan Keislar. I'm just coming on to my live chat to answer questions. And I want to say only one thing. I have been receiving so many questions that I've answered many, many times before. So I request everyone that has questions to please go on my website, www.allintelligentlife.com, and read the frequently asked questions there. And probably your questions will be answered there. Almost all the questions I have received recently are answered there. And if you don't find the answers there, then you can ask them here. So I'm just going to wait for any questions or comments. That's going to be the only thing I'm going to really be doing nowadays. I'm not going to be making any large contributions from my side. I'm just going to be answering questions. So I'm just going to wait to see if anybody has questions. In the meantime, since there are no questions yet, I will ask you to please go on my website and read the frequently asked questions there first. And there are two other places I would recommend you go if you have questions about things that are happening in the world now and about extraterrestrials. That is Michael Salla, Michael Salla. His website is exopolitics.org. And I have just posted on my Facebook page an interview that he had with Alex Collier. So please listen to that. That will answer most of the questions that aren't in my frequently asked questions. And the other person you should look for information about is Corey Goode, Coreygoode. There's a lot of very far out information that both these people, Michael Salla and Corey Goode, are giving. So I recommend you look there, especially if you have questions about what's going on in the world now and about extraterrestrials. Okay, so we do have some questions now. Tahir Abdullah, when did you embrace Islam? Please go on my website, allintelligentlife.com, and that question is fully answered, clearing up a lot of incorrect ideas people have about that. So this is going to be my usual answer now to most questions. The answer is already there. I have given a full history about my experience, and I will just answer now and say, if you go there, you will see that most people misunderstand what Islam means. And when the Holy Prophet Muhammad told me I was a Muslim in 2012, he didn't mean what most people think means. And I misunderstood myself in 2017 what he meant. So please go to allintelligentlife.com, read the frequently asked questions, and you'll find the answer there. Okay. Tahir Abdullah, he asked the same question twice. So please don't ask the question again. Rahil Ahmed says, hello, Mr. Keislar. Hello, how are you? I'm okay, thank you. Tahir Abdullah says, where do you live these days? I am in Esparto, California right now. And Rahil Ahmed says, आप इस्लाम की तबलीग करते हैं अपने कंट्री में? मैंने अभी जवाब दिया कि लोग नहीं समझते हैं इस्लाम क्या चीज़ है. हुज़ूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने मुझे बताया था, साफ बताया था कि जो लोग अपने आप को मुसलमान समझते हैं, हकीकत में वो आम तौर पर तकरीबन सब नहीं समझते हैं कि इस्लाम क्या चीज़ है और इस्लाम की तबलीग क्या है. वो भी लोग नहीं समझते हैं. तो मेरे फेसबुक पेज पे इन चैट्स में आप पूछ सकते हैं, लेकिन आम तौर पर इन सब सवालों का जवाब मेरे www.allintelligentlife.com वेबसाइट में फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस है, वहाँ भी आप उसको अगर पढ़ेंगे इन सब सवालों का जवाब आपको मिलेगा वहाँ. Okay, Raheel Ahmed goes on. Up Islam Kitab. Oh. Same question again. Please do not ask the same question again. Or maybe that was just, I don't know why my cell phone does this. It keeps jumping. And the questions I've already read, they jump up again. So, all right, I think I've answered everything because I simply want to say, one, go to my website, allintelligentlife.com, read the frequently asked questions there, and you'll probably find the answer to your questions. And if you want more information about what's going on in the world today, then please go to Michael Sala's exopolitics.org website, and Corey Good. Just research him. He's providing a lot of very interesting, incredible information. So that's my... All right, let's see. Raheel Ahmed says, Islam ki tabligh sabse behtar apna khud ka ikhlaq hi. Okay. Afi Abbasi says, I was born and raised as Muslim but have questions. What example Prophet Muhammad set by practicing polygamy? What about nuclear family? Even it was a norm at that time, if it was not the right thing to do, he shouldn't have practiced it himself. Okay, this is a good and long question and a quite complicated and long answer I could give, but I will say that better not to do polygamy. For us now, it's a big problem. A prophet can do something that ordinary people can't do, and but the rule he set was that you must treat all your wives equally. And really, it's impossible for any man to treat more than one wife equally with another wife. So really, he forbade polygamy, but he practiced it for several reasons. One, many of the widows of the Muslims who had been killed in war would have been, because widows had a very low position, so he married them so they would not be looked down upon. So that was one reason why he married more than one wife. But he didn't for so many years. When he was 25, of course, he married Khadija, who was 40 years old, and he never remarried as long as she was living. So I think I've answered it enough. Even if it was a norm at that time, it wasn't wrong for him to do it then. It was not only Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but many prophets and saints and qualified religious people in the past, they used to marry more than one wife. But at this time, it's not necessary. And that in the past, when there was a lot of war and many men were being killed, there were many more women than men in many societies. At that time, it was a good thing for a man to have more than one wife. Otherwise, there would be a lot of women without any husband. So, but at the present time, that's not going on. Now the wars are killing women as many as men, sometimes even more, because it's a war, a very unjust and unreligious system of war now, where they kill the civilians, including women and children and old people. That's against Islam, it's against Christianity, it's against every religion. So war should only be between the warriors. And in that way, because men are more the warriors than women, more men were being killed off than women, so there were a lot of extra women. So in that sort of society, then it would be permitted, but that's not the case now in the world. So practically speaking, there's no reason for a man to marry more than one woman, generally speaking. And if he does, he has to treat the two equally, which is virtually impossible. So thank you for your question. All right, let's see. Tahir Amin says, Assalamu alaikum, good to see you after a long. Also good to see your website. Please let me know if you have any issue or fix in your website. I would like to voluntarily help in that. Okay, thank you very much. I definitely need help with the website, so I will contact you. Ali Abdullah, have you experienced lucid dream? Yes, I have experienced lucid dreams. Ali Abdullah says, your take on lucid dream? Well, lucid dreams are simply when you're dreaming and you realize you're dreaming. That's what a lucid dream means. So you can actually do it the opposite way too. Instead of just sleeping and dreaming and then realizing that you're dreaming, that's a lucid dream, you can go into a lucid dream yourself. You just have to change your level of consciousness. You have to go to a deeper level of consciousness, a dreaming level of consciousness, which you can do when you're awake, which I have often done. So it's just the same thing. Lucid dreaming means you're sleeping and you're dreaming, and then you realize, oh, I'm dreaming. And the other way, you are awake and you go into a meditative state or a trance state, which is the same as the sleeping dreaming state, but you're consciously entering into it while you're awake. Okay, let's see. Okay, and so I will request one final time. If you have any questions, please first go on my website, read the frequently asked questions there, because I do find that most questions are already answered there. All right, and I will end by saying again, Michael Sala, who's a friend, I've met him, acquaintance, I should say, a very good man, and Corey Good, who I've never met, but I've read a lot of things that he's written, and both of them I am very impressed by. And although the information they're providing is sometimes very incredible, I think it's very good for the most part, as far as I know. They're both very honest, intelligent, competent people. And of course, there are many others also, but those two of them I would specifically suggest you look to for more information that you might want to ask me. That sometimes I can't say things because on Facebook and YouTube, I can't use YouTube right now because I got a strike against me for mentioning something. So I can't mention it here. But okay, let's see. I'll see if there's some last question. No, there are not anymore. So, all right, thank you very much. Please be happy. Wonderful things are happening in the world. Be courageous, and you will be successful. Follow this advice that I've given in this short chat. May God protect us all.